Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. I am in a dreary, rainy, gray Las Vegas, Nevada today. I'm your host, Mike Barra. This is Real News Live. It's a Tell the Truth Wednesday. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Falah-Dorian. Jen, you're sick today, aren't you? We're very sorry. I'm very sorry you're sick. I'm just getting over my sick. How you feeling? Shitty?
Yeah.
Shitty.
I'm here. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So,
well, no promises on what I get today. Okay.
And Happy New Year from Tamu. Happy New Year from Victoria. Happy New Year from Denise. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. And I don't know how your New Year was. Mine was fine. And I was going to ask you before we get going, what was your favorite Christmas present? Because I have my favorite Christmas present here. I want to show everybody. I got Tiger Tank slippers from the Bovington Tank Museum in England. This is Tiger 131, the last existing running Tiger tank on the planet. So I got my Tiger Tank slippers. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Tanks 131. This is the Tiger tank that was used in the film Fury with Brad Pitt. So the only running Tiger tank left. That was a cool present. I also got a lot of t-shirts from you, which I have been wearing. And I wore on the show last night. I wore on my Tuesday Toxically Masculine show last night. I wore it. Thank you. So what was your favorite Christmas present that you got this year?
Faith got me a really pretty cross. And I collect
right.
crosses. And both the girls got me angels statues. And then Brett got me the perfume I've wanted, and I wouldn't buy it for myself, the Tiffany original perfume I've wanted for a few years.
Very sweet. So why don't you tell us over here in the chat, and I'll try to highlight them maybe a little later, what your favorite Christmas presents were that everybody got. That would be really nice. Jen, did we do a show between Christmas and New Year's? Am I hallucinating? Because
we've done this all before.
Okay. Yeah, this is my memory.
Last Wednesday, I believe.
I had this terrifying dream last night. And the dream was that Dave and I were moved into some crappy, shitty, dirty apartment. And we were sitting there and I was like, hey, Dave, you know what? We didn't need to move here. We have enough money to pay for our other place. Let's just go back home. But like we had our mental faculties had both deteriorated to the point. Not only was I still stuck living with Dave, but we had forgotten that we had enough money to pay for our house. So I was like, terrifying. Losing your mind is terrifying. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is this. Jen, because she feels just terrible and her head is just like full of gunk and stuff, she wasn't able to do a meditation this morning. So she wasn't able to get any Gentel. So there's no Gentel. And I know you guys all sign up for Gentel. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask her some questions that I think everybody's probably got on their minds. And then you guys can ask questions on Rumble or in the chat here on YouTube. Actually, let me go over to Rumble. And we're working on Rumble. I see some. So everybody over there with a little red castle who is a $5 a month subscriber on Rumble gets to ask their questions first. We're going to keep Jen maybe to the top of the hour, 45, 50 minutes, and then we're going to let her go because she has readings to do. She's really under the weather. So we're going to try to take care of our Jennifer today. Now, I did ask her if she feels better in the next couple days, if she could do a meditation. She can either come on and share it. Maybe we'll do 25, 15, 20 minutes on Friday. If not, she can give it to me and I will come on and do it for you on Friday or something. That's not a promise. That's just if Jen feels better. Right, Jen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask a few questions that I think are probably on everybody's minds, and we're going to see what she gets. Now, do you feel connected? Do you feel like you can
No.
do this? We're going to do it anyway.
Let's I've asked for help with this one today, so let's see what we get.
Okay. All right. So, and I've still got a runny nose and a little bit of a cough. All right. So let's ask the question. We were all hoping we'd get an RV by the end of the year, and we didn't. We were all hoping we'd get some sort of political event by the end of the year, and we didn't. We didn't get anything. You know, Biden is still there, and none of the things we hoped for would happen actually happen. So let's ask this about the RV, and I want to ask it in the context so that Jesus or Michael or Gabriel or whoever's on the other end of the line understands. What I'm asking about is when do we, us, the tier 4B people, the people that have currency, get to go exchange our currency? That's the question we're asking, and I just want to put it in this context. Is that exchange process? Well, should we do the notifications? Should we ask about notifications, Jen? Should we do it that way?
I'd say that'd be better because each exchange appointment would be different.
Yeah, let's ask about notifications. When do we get our notifications to make our appointments? Is it hours away? Is it days away? Is it weeks away? Is it months away? Or is it years away? That's what I'm asking. See if we can get
I'm looking at like the middle of January 2024.
So weeks away, which is what a lot of gurus are saying now. And let's ask this then. Did you remember there was a big effort to get it done in the 2 weeks before Christmas, right? And it didn't happen. Do we know why it didn't happen? Do we have any clue about why it didn't happen? Was it Iraq? Was it IMF? Was it U.S. Treasury? Why didn't that get done before Christmas?
There's a holdup somewhere over in China.
China? That's possible. China's a huge part of this. Yeah. Okay. So there was a holdup, unfortunately. Okay, I'm trying to think of what about and it's all connected, right? Biden being gone, and the RV and economic craziness. That's all connected. So we're looking for all that in about 2 weeks. Then is that what you're getting?
Approximately.
Okay, approximately 2. Good morning, Ron. How are you doing? I don't know, Jen. I guess that's kind of what everybody wants to know. That's kind of what we're getting to.
Well, so let's take some questions from the people.
All right, let's slide over to the Rumble side of the house and look at the people there with their little red castles and see what they want to get. Gloria Galvin, good morning. Excited to hear any Gentel Jen may have. Well, yeah, sorry, Gloria, she's too sick. And I wouldn't put too much into what she's getting today because she's just not.
Yeah, and if you have a reading scheduled with me today, it's the body aches and the sinus headache and all that's really distracting. So if you would like to reschedule, I can move you to Monday. So I've sent a couple emails out to the last few of the day, just in case I run out of steam. Yeah. But if you've got like a God reading or a yearly forecast, you might want to move that to a day when I'm going to do a better job. I really have no idea how this is going to go. I've been trying to get better as fast as I can, but and I am started on Sunday, but this is a terrible virus. Everybody in my house, everybody we know has it. There's something going
on. Okay. Gloria sending prayers. David Murtaugh. Dave, sorry I couldn't make it down. I just didn't feel good enough to get out of the house. Okay, David has a question. Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber over there on Rumble. Jen, why was the Epstein list release pushed back?
There are 3 individuals who are fighting that tooth and nail, and they don't want that released. And so, why even have it on the news now, though, if it's not going to happen? Oh, they're reminding everybody about it because it's going to be used to take out quite a few government officials.
Interesting, because last night Blake said, I think they're going to release most of this week or the whole thing, and we're going to have a suicide weekend coming up. There's going to be a lot of people having heart attacks and disappearing from the public stage. So that,
or all of a sudden we have a lockdown for this new pandemic. What are they going to blame on this flu or whatever they've infected us with now? I'm serious. I think it's just too coincidental that everybody's got this thing.
Yeah. Did not ruin my holidays, but didn't make them good either. So interesting you said 3 also, because there are 3 names that as of now are redacted.
Really?
They are not releasing, that they're trying to hold back from this. Now, there's one other piece of information I want to give everybody out there. They are going to say Trump named in court documents about Epstein Island. They're going to say that. Trump is named. This is the testimony of Virginia Giuffre, who was one of the victims of Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein. And in her testimony, she completely exonerates Donald Trump. So Trump is mentioned. That part is going to be true, but in the context of, she says, I met him a few times at Mar-a-Lago. I never saw him on the island. I never saw him on the plane. I never saw him in New York. I never saw him in New Mexico. And he never flirted with me, which is what they tried to say in the testimony, in the questioning. And he was always nice to me. And he never had sex with me or any of the other girls. That's what she said. So they're going to try to spin this. But I'm just going to say, as digital warriors, it's your job to get out there and make sure that record is correct.
Okay, so there were people that were sent in to go to that island as spies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There were people that were invited to go to that island and then left. And there were people that went to that island and weren't included in the late night parties in lower levels.
We're not included. Okay.
And how easy would it be to write somebody's, when a long time ago when all this came out, to write somebody's name on some kind of list?
Mm-hmm.
So are they saying that he actually went there?
No, she said he didn't go.
Okay.
She said he didn't.
There were people that were invited to go that passed. There were people that showed up there over the years that decided, oh, I'm not feeling well. I want to go home.
Yeah.
Before they really saw anything, they kind of got a hint, but there were a lot of people that went there and stayed too long and saw things, and that's why they can't talk.
Right.
So, but definitely, and I don't know if I want to say CIA, but definitely deep cover plants going to that place to relay back what's going on there over the years. So it's kind of a messy thing.
Okay. There was a controversy yesterday when former Green Bay Packers, now New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers said on a show, well, Jimmy Kimmel went to Epstein Island, and Jimmy Kimmel denied it. You know who didn't defend Jimmy Kimmel? Adam Carolla, the guy who used to be on The Man Show with him. Hasn't defended him at all. Hasn't said, oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. So I want to ask you, is Jimmy Kimmel, the late night talk show host and former host of The Man Show, is he one of the people?
I'm surprised his human suit even fits. Yeah, that guy is like the biggest, snake. I mean, I just keep flashing, reptilian him. I mean, I'm sure I don't know if that's true, but
yeah. You don't like him.
Yeah, he's bad.
And again, pay attention to who is not defending him. His co-host and former best buddy, Adam Carolla. So I speculated yesterday. This is what I think. I think that, they had the Man Show and it was very successful because it was hilarious and it was true. And I don't have a problem with any of the bits in it, really. A lot of people do, but I don't. And, after that show had reached its peak, I think that they were at the step, well, are you guys ready to take the next step? And if you're going to take the next step in terms of fame, you're going to have to go to the island. And I think Carolla said no, and Jimmy Kimmel said yes. That's what.
How many people do you suppose would like to have a late night talk show?
Quite a few.
Do you think those idiots that have it now really deserved it? You think they were really the best ones for the job? No.
No.
They already did the shit so they could get that show. It wasn't. I do like Aaron Rodgers, though. I do think he's a good guy.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to get the truth out to people. Okay, let's go back and go over and get a few more questions from the folks over on Rumble. Go over to Rumble, subscribe, $5 a month. Best way to support the show. We appreciate it. Scott asks, my house goes to auction next Wednesday. Will I lose it? Tough question.
If you don't do something serious real quick to make some kind of deal with them, yeah. I'm sorry, Scott. They delayed this thing too long.
Try to make a deal with them, Scott. But that indicates that there is a chance to make a deal.
I feel like there is possibility to make a deal because this is happening to a lot of people right now, and they don't really want everybody defaulting.
Okay. Bernie says, as this RV is dragging, I'm having to put my house on the market. Will I get a good price for it? Bernie wants to know if he's going to get a good price for his house. I would say yeah, because the housing market's pretty good.
Right? Yeah, a little more than you thought. Probably about a month and a half to get that done.
Okay. AJ2 Florida. I forget what your name is, but Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Appreciate you. AJ, I think it is. Lots of noise about the U.S. note in the banks and ATMs on 1/2. It didn't happen. So when is the next likely window? Same as notifications. Yeah, I would answer that.
17th.
Yes. 17th. Okay, middle of the month, 17th. There you go. Jen got that. That's good. Thank you, Jen.
11th through the 17th is what I just heard.
11th through the 17th. AJ Patriot. Hi, Mike and Jen. Sending lots of love and prayers. Oh, that was just a happy new year to us. Thank you. Is it possible, AJ asks again, is it possible the flu going around is actually because of shedding from the vaccinated? Felt it when I was in LA in November and again when I had New York family over for Christmas. Is that possible? I suppose it's possible.
I suppose it's possible. If it's flu season, everybody's getting their flu shots. I've never seen, I've been a mom for a long time, and I have never seen so many people have the same thing at once.
Yeah, you nailed it, too. Don't forget, they also put shit into flu shots. So, again, the best protection against the shedding is to take ivermectin from time to time. And do I need to keep taking ivermectin for what I've got, or can I stop that?
I don't know. I'm just going to stay on. I don't know. I was taking it like the day after Christmas, I started feeling bad.
Yeah.
And I figured, all right, well, you wore yourself out running, 100 miles an hour for a month.
Yeah.
And then I started taking ivermectin and I got better. And then we were going to go out to visit friends and they're all drinkers. And I'm like, well, I'll probably have a drink. And so I won't take it. And so then I stopped taking it for a couple of days. And then Brett and I got this and had to come home.
Yeah, sucks. Okay.
But we went out to Washington and everybody there is probably vaccinated or just got their flu shot.
Yeah. Oh, everybody there has got to be vaccinated. Yeah. All right. Let's go through all the stuff over on YouTube. Jerry Ann, thank you. I am feeling a bit better. I have to say, I didn't feel very good 2 days ago, but I do now. John, Happy New Year. Ron's here. Christine's a little bit late picking up Chester's ashes today. What a sad day. Christine, I'm really sorry. And I'm really sorry that all this stuff, including the med beds, couldn't get here sooner.
I know how horrific that is, Christine. I'm here for you. Let me get better, but I'm here for you.
And Ron wants everybody to know we love Christine. Of course we do. Show today for sure. Well, here we are, Lori. Doing our best. It's going to be short, though. Nancy wants you to know that her heart goes out to you. Also, Christine. Baba 2 says she's just getting through her husband Mike being gone for a year. January 1st or January 5th. It does get better. Rick Norman fell asleep on his couch last night and missed the show. Caught it later on Rumble. Yeah, it was a pretty good show, even though it was very scattered because I was mentally very scattered. Let's all hope 2024 is the year it all comes out. Yep. See if there's any other questions. Epstein question. We've already gone through that. Nancy is here. Hi, Nancy. Expediliotius is here. Just to answer the question ahead of time, if Mark invites me, I will do Whiskey and Wisdom tonight. And we're thinking about making a separate YouTube channel for Whiskey and Wisdom and making it a separate podcast, just the two of us talking about shit.
That'd be cool.
So, yeah, I think so. K Fresh wants everybody to know that I hope they had a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. Yeah, but again, my thing, Truth Seeker, is a bacterial infection. Ivermectin can't do anything for bacteria, and I think I had a combination of virus and bacteria. It's pretty good.
Like I said, I stopped taking it. Maybe I had already gotten it, and then it came back or something.
Yeah.
I am working through this thing very quickly. Every day, it's different symptoms. Like yesterday was terrible body pain. Achy. I mean, just my legs and my arms and everything, my back. It was just sucked hard. And then today, it's all up in my head, the nasal thing.
It's funny that a doctor told me there's such a thing as a viral syndrome where it's like it starts with a sore throat and then it goes to your chest and then it goes to your sinus, where it goes through like 3 different, and then it goes to your stomach and it has to go through 4 or 5. Every day is different like that until you're through.
Well, I usually knew that it usually did that. It usually a virus would start in the nose and then move down to the throat. And then the kids would get the stomach. And then when they had the bathroom issues, I'm like, all right, we're almost done with this thing. It's moving its way out. Okay. It's true. I don't know what to tell you.
Gross. All right. Victoria, I haven't been sick since 2019. We hate you, by the way. So thanks.
I don't get sick very often. Because every time I feel something, I take an ivermectin. Whatever's running around is different. And I think that maybe your theory about the flu shot and the vaccinations is
true. We just have to be extra careful. Marcus Toledo says, Merry Christmas, New Year's present. My New Year's present was my Christmas New Year's present was finding my Social Security card. I thought I had lost it. Probably the fucking aliens.
Yeah.
So.
You never know when the aliens are going to pop in, do something like that.
Alice says you look beautiful even though you're sick.
Well, thank you.
That's very sweet.
Should have seen me like an hour ago.
Also, Linda saying, I'm sorry you're going through this, especially the holidays. I lost my husband 12 years ago from a massive heart attack. It's terrible. I'm really sorry. Everybody hopes you get better fast. Chris Pagan has a very vague question, but will there be some sort of cataclysmic event in 2024 aside from potential dark days due to transition? Gonna get hit by an asteroid, Jen?
Like, is the world ending and we're all going to die in some fiery thing? No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, and it's interesting because people are, the billionaires are all building doomsday bunkers, and Biden's building a doomsday bunker. Why are they building these doomsday bunkers? There must be an asteroid coming or a solar flare coming.
Well, because their doomsday is coming.
Then somebody else said their doomsday is coming. It's you they're afraid of. It's not some fucking solar flare or something. So, yeah.
Life goes on. We will make it. Life goes on.
Joining late, what did I miss? Well, you missed that it's going to be in 2 weeks or so, Chris. So, Carrie A. Hi, this is Carrie A. I've been ill and had a chest x-ray that showed a lower lung nodule, and they want me to have further tests. Do you see anything concerning?
Okay. I do see it. It's not black and it's not green. It's just a thing. There is a possibility it could be scar tissue. So don't panic, but do follow up with doctors and find out.
Of course, yeah. So many people are sick, Gen G says. An article came out on Mainstream linking the viruses to water supply. That's also possible, but here's another thing. When you go through a transition, you start a new job, you move. Typically what happens is you get sick because it's very stressful on your body. Guys, we've got this vibe of change all around us. So it's not surprising to me a lot of people are sick, because anybody who's sensitive to what's going on and the change that's in the air, hopefully, fingers crossed now within the next 2 weeks, we're going to get sick, and we're all sensitive to it. So
well, and it just flooded the borders with a whole big crop of new people coming in from other countries with viruses that they're immune to and we're not. And every time this happens, and I've seen it happen time and time again, they start talking about people flooding the border, coming in here in massive amounts, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, everybody's sick.
Let me just ask Jesus real quick. Do I have tuberculosis?
No.
Please tell me no. No. Good. No. My wife Misty and I, says James, are flying to Texas the 9th through the 15th. Will our trip go as planned?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Jesus actually went like this. Jen, do you see all this?
Yeah.
Gabe. Okay, Gabe. Jen, do you see all this going on with the Julian calendar? They say Christmas is on the 7th and the New Year is the 14th. Fit right in the middle of Jen's schedule. So let's hope that's true.
Christmas is on the 7th. Well, I already did that.
Barbara, will my friend Mike find a full-time caregiver?
Couple weeks. He's going to get one, and then that person's going to leave, and then he'll find the one that stays.
Number 107 on the Epstein list is trying to delay, but they said the others can be any time now. Jen, let me ask you a question. 107. Where have we heard that before?
Stop it.
I don't think it's related. No. Is 107 Wayne Williott? Is it 107?
Number 107 on
Epstein list is one of the people who it's not him.
It's not that connected.
Because he said spies went there. Maybe Juan went as Wayne. Juan went as a spy.
At that time, he was not that connected. He has not been there.
Yeah. Okay. Sandy says, "Hello, Jen. My son Alec will be losing his job at the end of the month. Do you see him getting another job quickly or soon?"
He might be off for about a month. Then, yeah.
Did Biden go to Epstein Island?
Gabriel just said, tell him to enjoy his time off, because it's going to be a really long time before he has time like that off again. He might want to take care of some personal things.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and enjoy his time off.
Now, what was the question?
Did Biden go to Epstein Island?
Yeah.
Okay. Kathleen Abella Perez says Trump was given a ride on the plane, but not to the island. That is not true. There is a plane, a 727 known as the Lolita Express, where the sex took place on the plane on many occasions. Bill Clinton has been on that plane 26 times. Donald Trump was never on that plane. Donald Trump one time took a ride back from Florida to New York after a weekend from Mar-a-Lago with Epstein's brother on a different private plane that was registered to Epstein, but was not that plane. So get that correct. Because his plane, Trump's plane, had to have service, was in service. That's all that happened. So,
who was the guy who wrote The Theory of Everything?
Oh, I forget.
You know the.
I know the title of the book.
You know what I'm talking about. I saw a picture of him on the plane.
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No, the handicapped guy.
Oh, Stephen Hawking.
Yes.
Yeah, there's pictures of him there. Yeah, there's pictures of him.
Do not listen to him.
He's dead.
Now, well, I know, but his writing pisses me off. Says
plus
there's no God, wrong. There's no anything, and
he's all wrong about everything.
He's
also,
absolutely
black
wrong.
hole and everything. Everything's wrong. Yeah. He's a shithead too. the bank stories that are coming out, says Scott Ferguson. Hi, Scott. The bank stories that are coming out are telling us this is here. Bank tellers are no longer holding back, and they are telling you change is coming, and they will be exchanging foreign currency. There are a lot of stories like that. And then there's other people that say, no, I asked my bank teller, I didn't know anything about it. So, journalists to ask, I asked you about the last bank story I had that I passed on to Mark Z. You said it was true that they were like processing dollar bills to exchange them for the notes.
Were exchanging those dollar bills. They were going to get on the truck and they were leaving the bank and they would have exchanged for something. Are they newer dollar bills? I have no idea. But pretty much what that person witnessed is true.
Okay. Batman says the 3 redacted are white hats. Okay. Let's be interesting who they are. We'll keep that in mind. As Jen just said, spies for the good guys. Okay. Jimmy Criminal, not Jimmy Kimmel. That's great. I'm going to use that on Twitter today. I'm going to start calling him Jimmy Criminal, spelled with a K. Yeah. And then, Jen, a lot of weird things happened around New Year's. Massive earthquake and tidal wave in Japan, earthquake in New York, major shooting, some sort of police thing going on in Miami, major police thing going on, shooting going on in Vegas. Are these connected? Were they connected to something important, or what's going on?
Well,
is that
you can have a series of earthquakes worldwide, and people don't really pay attention, but large earthquakes like that, something's happening under the surface to set those off. Okay. I kind of think there was something happening underground with that. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
The minions are out. We're going to see an increase in this going on, things blowing up, things happening. And that tells me when I saw that activity, I'm like, oh, you don't think anything's happening? Well, why are they fighting back so hard right now? If we start seeing an increase in that, we're right there, and they tried to start it. They're trying to. They're going to throw out everything they got to stop this.
Victoria, I'm back. Question for Jen. Will the Ninth Circuit stop this ridiculous SB2? I don't know what SB2 refers to.
I don't want to answer that.
Is that the taking Trump off the ballot thing?
I don't know. Elaborate. Be more specific with your question. I mean, SB2 is pretty specific, but.
Do you think anything will happen on the 6th anniversary? Oh, January 6th? I don't know. I'm not psychic. Jen, what do you think?
No.
Jeff Price. Hi, Mike. Jen and Mike. And et al. When do you see me being able to move my Ethereum? Once it is released, should I get it out ASAP? Is it tied to the good or the bad? A lot of people that were in new gen crypto ended up with Ethereum. I have quite a sizable amount of it myself. Can't exchange it. It's all tied to the RV as far as I know, Jeff. And I think we're stuck waiting on the RV for that. Am I wrong, Jen? Or yeah, sadly. I've got Ethereum. I just can't do anything with it. I can't trade it for US dollars or anything. Jane Meyer says, thanks, Mike and Jen, for doing this show today when you feel so yucky. Yeah, chlorine dioxide tastes like bleach. But yeah. Sue Dvorak says, Jen, my ears seem plugged. Is it wax or something else?
It's inner ear congestion.
Yeah.
My whole side of my head right here is just blocked.
Yeah, I mean, when I went to the doctor a week ago, she looked at my ears and was like, oh, wow, they're really plugged up. So, I wasn't making it up. Really liked the show last night, says Jerry Ann. Thanks for pushing through, Mike. Yeah, I actually feel a lot better today than I did last night. Wouldn't trust that jab at all. We've been bombarded by chemtrails. That could have something to do with it.
Something's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different viruses going around, or either that, or we just keep getting exposed to the same thing. Because I talked to a lot of people, okay, personally, and I've heard people say, well, I've been fighting this thing off for weeks. That's not normal. Or they said, and look at me and Mike, because I'm rarely sick, and I feel like I've had 3 viruses in the last month and a half.
Yeah, it's been mine. I've been going on for 3 solid weeks now.
I get a little something and
Lady
take the
Di.
ivermectin and it goes away. Well, what does that tell you? I mean, maybe there is something
Okay.
to the theory that the shedding.
Yeah.
We were fine until we
Um,
went over to our friend's house in Washington with all those, they're all like 50. And 3 couples there. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they were all vaccinated. Maybe they all got their flu shots. I have no idea.
Lady Di, I forget Lady Di's real name. Do you remember her real
I know who she is.
I have a new female albino cockatiel bird. Mikey is in love with her. Will Coco feel jealous or left out or hurt?
There's going to be a little bit of a pecking order going on, but it'll even itself out. Yeah.
Christine wants to know if she's going to make it through this. Yes, you are, Christine.
Yeah. One day at a time. Need to go on autopilot for a while, Christine.
Speaking of jerks, Jen, what does God and the angels have to say about Janine and Jean-Claude saying the angels are actually demons? So many left their channels.
Well, maybe the ones they're talking to are.
Oh, dumb shits.
Not mine.
Jean-Claude's a dumb shit. I mean, he has Jay Weidner on. Kubrick faked the moon landings, moron. God. By the way, go to the Y-Files, watch the Kubrick moon landings thing. I wrote it. We destroyed it.
Well, you guys are like common sense kind of people. You've watched me for years. You've watched my behavior. You've watched my choices. You've heard my words. The example that I set. You think if I was talking to demons, they'd allow any of that? Don't you think they would have taken me down already? No.
Yep.
There are bad guys out there who will pose as good guys. And that's why you have to have a strong faith. So you know the difference.
Hawking was wrong about everything. Black holes especially. And Neil Tyson and Carl Sagan are both paid hacks. Sagan knew everything. You won't change my mind. Richard Hoagland agrees with you, and he knew Carl Sagan very well for 20 years. As he put it to me once, I'm still waiting for the disc that Carl left me where he tells me all the truth about it. Carl Sagan was MJ-12. He replaced his mentor at Harvard, Dr. Donald Menzel, on Majestic 12, the organization to control the information about aliens. It's all pretty well established, and he lied to everybody about everything, especially with aliens.
That Hawking character, what they did is they saw an amazing mind, and they got a hold of him. Yep. They influenced him, and they used him. And because of and they played on his anger because of his situation and that he came into and made him believe that, well, it's only logical that there is no God, right? Well, of course,
right.
I don't give a shit how smart you are. If you've closed off to love and feeling and everything, you will come to those conclusions.
Yep. Jen, what do you think of the Queen of Denmark abdicating? That's interesting. Is there anything going on there with that? Any Epstein-related stuff?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's Epstein-related, but what I first got when she asked was that she doesn't want something to come to the surface. She was given all right, you can either bring this out or you can just bye-bye.
Abdicate. Yeah, take your pick. Abdicate, which starts a whole new line.
What time is it? I got one at 11.
Okay. Okay. Carissa wants to know, will my friend be able to prove her ex is lying about losing his job in court? We could really use your name.
So she either picks up, and I think it's a female lawyer, she either picks up another lawyer or somebody's really smart. Yeah. He's going to trip up. He's going to trip over his own feet.
Judge Judy's good. Damn, Mike, seen the physicist Marcus Allen on Jimmy Church saying he proved the moon landings were hoax. Damn, I was pissed he avoided many facts the world knows. First of all, I've met Marcus Allen. I presented at the same thing in Manchester he did. He's a fucking idiot. And he's a physicist. If he's a physicist, they should take away his PhD because he doesn't know anything. He's a fucking moron. He's like, oh, well, the camera was strapped to their chest. How do they take this picture? What did the guy do? Bend back like this and take pictures? Literally, there's training videos where the astronauts are bending back and taking pictures. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what they did. Oh my God, he's one of the biggest dumb shits I've ever had to. I just was like dying, and I wasn't there to talk about the moon landing, so I didn't correct too many things he said. But that guy is so stupid. Okay, Jennifer, who will win the college finals in football?
I don't
Washington.
do that.
Washington, by the way, Washington, 38-20. You heard it here first. I'm putting money down on the Huskies today. I'm taking my 4.5 points. Not that I'm going to need it because they're going to win outright. You're going to find out just how athletic Washington is compared to Michigan. Okay, let's go back over to Rumble, see if there's any other questions. This is Janet. I would like to ask the Angels if they see me purchasing properties in various places after the RV. Janet would like to know that.
Two.
Two.
One is kind of
Queen
like
of
a
Denmark.
homestead. It's big. The other is a retreat. So like
like a beach house or something.
Maybe by retreat.
You know what would be funny? What would be funny would if I could stomach sitting through, because now I'm getting a migraine, by the way.
Yeah.
If I could stomach sitting through the show, I'd like to go through point by point and destroy it, but I don't have time for that. Okay, that's going to do it. I just want to remind everybody to please visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at the CBDgurus.com. And when you get into their website, you click on the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, no S, no capital A, just plain old lowercase ALIEN. Get this week's specials. You'll get some dong along with your orders if they're 50 plus, $100 plus, or 150. Got all kinds of cool stuff on sale this week. The soap, the ladies' pajama pants. You can also go to Mike B Formal Wear and pick up your Whiskey and Wisdom pajama bottoms, or you can pick up your Mike Barra pajama bottoms, ladies. And we're going to work on pajama tops with my face and Mark's face, on the top. So you can do that. Pick all that stuff up. Pick up those wonderful products over there. Also, please don't forget to go to MikeBarraPets.com. Pick up some cool treats and things for your pets that are all based on the Coriolis vesicolor mushrooms and some of the other mushrooms that are really, really good stuff. I am taking them. I do believe they are having an impact on me getting better. You can get these for your pets. They also have human stuff. They have stuff for humans. And it does a lot of very similar things to, I gotta tell you, the Mush Puppies and the Mojos. Barkley has so much energy for play. The last week since I've been giving him his stuff, it's crazy. So you go dogs, cats, horses, and there's also products for humans. I'm taking 2 of these products pretty soon. I wanted to get off all the medications before I started taking them, but MikeBarraPets.com, pick that stuff up, and I don't think you'll regret it. I think it's great stuff. And over on JenniferFala.com, do not forget, there's still all kinds of cool specials. You've got the love button. You've got the new yearly forecast, $99 for the yearly forecast.
On
you
sale.
Can buy now. It's on sale.
That will be ending soon, so if you want it on sale, not regular price, go and get it.
Okay. I thought I was just going to do you want to do the JenniferFala.com? Oh, shit.
No, just throwing that in there.
I'm not sharing.
We're still
this
looking at pants.
I should be sharing. Yeah, $99 for the yearly forecast over on JenniferFala.com.
Now,
lots of
I do want to say something. I am not using, you can't, combine other gift cards that you already purchased to do the yearly forecast. Why? Because I need to make a living in January. That's why. Okay. Now, if I just the gift cards that you got need to be used for what you purchased them for. That's why I put the yearly forecast out in January. For one reason is because it's the beginning of the year. I only offer it in January. But that's another reason why I do that business-wise, because everything goes quiet in January and I still have to make a living. So if you email me and call me a bad person because I won't use the, combine all your 15-minute readings for a yearly forecast, don't do that because I'm just trying to get by. All right?
Well, they're 2 different things. They're 2 different things. So
it's a harder reading than just answering questions. It's
Yeah,
a
it
cold
is.
read,
It
and it's
is.
a look ahead in all areas of your life.
And Jen, I wanted to remind people, I was thinking about this last night. We all looked at when was the financial thing going to happen. And you were like, well, I whiffed on that. But here's another thing. You did tell me. I just remembered last night you told me. I was asking, am I going to move this next year? Was one of my questions. And you said, and I was thinking after the RV, and you said you're going to move in August. Guess when I moved, Jen?
Well, I'm usually pretty spot on about like life changes and your life and everything. For some reason, the only thing I could think of with the financial thing is that they moved it.
I ended up having the finances to move anyway, which I didn't anticipate. I thought if we don't get the RV, there's no way I'm moving. But I moved exactly when you said I was going to move, and the thing that gave me the money to be able to make the move was not even on the radar in January. So she fucking nailed it. I just want everybody to know that. Also want to share the tabs. I forgot to share the tabs on Pet Club, Mike Bear Pets. Here's the tab with all the different stuff in it for the pets, and then the shop tab for the humans. There's some good stuff for the humans. I'm taking the Vet Corios Vesicolor and the Enforce Restore. I'm going to be taking both of these. I'm just trying to get through all the medications, Jen, before I start taking something new.
Yeah.
So, I want to get done with all this stuff. All right. Yeah, feel better soon. I'd like to.
I will. I'm winning.
YouTube is suppressing likes on this channel. I begin noticing this watching Jimmy.
Oh, screw him.
Yeah, Mike Bear 333 at 15 likes since the opening of today's show. Yeah. I get suppressed really bad on Twitter too, which you want Twitter fair, but I still think there's a lot of demon algorithms in there that are still stacked against conservatives, people that are truthers, because like there'll be a post and other people's responses will have like 1,000 people will have read it, right? It tells you how many people have read it, and then tells you how many respond, and like I get like 5. And like, first of all, my response was way more witty and clever than theirs. So how does that happen? And it's just, I'm just like, my growth is really slowed down on Twitter X, because I think the algorithms are just saying, oh, this guy's bad news. He tells the truth too much, so we're going to slow him down.
Okay, I got to go. I got 5 minutes till the reading.
Love you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for gutting it out. If Jen does have a chance to do a meditation, she will relay the information somehow. She can give it to me and I'll do a quick show update on Friday, or she can come on with me on Friday for 15 minutes and we can do it then. It's up to her. If not, I will try to keep updates with you guys on the news, and who knows what's going to happen in the next few days. You just never know. Thanks for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Go to jenniferfallah.com. Get the year-end reading or the yearly forecast. Go to MikeBarrettPets.com. Go to the CBDGurus.com and go over to Rumble and subscribe for $5 a month. Any of those things make us happy, and they're making money for other people.
Yeah, what's that, like 63 cents a show?
Something
like that.
Yeah. So, and we haven't been paid by Rumble yet, have we?
Oh. Anyway,
come on, Rumble.
We'll figure it out.
It's a lot, but it's a couple $100, right? It's a car payment. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. I will probably be doing Whiskey and Wisdom tonight. Just depends on whether I get a bad headache from this migraine or not. See you guys.